All right, welcome back, you guys. It's your boy Don J. Overdose. I'm here with a couple of ladies. Switch the camera to the other side and the other side. Let's get it. All right, from my right, I want you to introduce yourself. What do you do, and then your age and your relationship status.
Alrighty, so my name is Ariana. I am 22 years old. I am a full-time student at SCAD, but I live stream off of my phone full-time as well to pay for the rent. Relationship status is single.
Okay.
I'm Clarissa. I'm 23 years old, and I am a full-time student. I'm studying for biochemistry, and I work as a phlebotomist, and I am single.
Okay. Oh, no, that microphone.
So, hi,
Hello.
my name is Jessica. I am 19 years old. I currently go to KSU, and I'm an international business major, but I also am going to esthetician school, and I'm going to start my own beauty business, guys.
Hey. Dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm single.
Got you. Let them know. Go ahead.
Very important aspect. Right, type shit.
All right, talk to me.
My name is Naija Blanco, and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a content creator.
What type? When people say content, what do you mean when you say content?
Content, visuals, photos, you name it. So
Okay.
yeah,
Like modeling or like OnlyFans stuff?
modeling, reels, TikToks, brands,
Okay.
ambassadorship.
Okay, gotcha.
So all that good stuff. Yeah. I'm 24 and I'm in a relationship.
Okay.
So yeah.
My name is India. I'm a digital artist and painter. I've been doing art for since I was 10?
Have you tried like the NTFs or NFTs?
No, not yet.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm actually moving into animation soon.
Okay.
So look forward to that. And I love anime.
Okay.
I'm 20. I'm actually going to be 25 next month because it's Leo season. So,
Okay.
you know.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I'm in a relationship.
Okay. Next.
Hi, so my name is Gabrielle Knowles. I am 22 years old, a full-time nurse, and I am single.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Cassie. I am at esthetician school right now, and I'm a model, and I'm 19.
I'm Savannah.
Hold on. Relationship status?
I said
Did she
I
say
was
that?
single.
Okay, got you.
I'm Savannah. I'm doing fashion marketing, and I'm single.
And your age?
18.
Okay, let's get it. All right, Julio, play the video. So right now we're about to play a video for you guys, and I want to get your perspective from a woman's perspective of your thoughts, opinions. All right? Hold on one second. Let me turn this up.
Like what's going on in her head, the type of woman that she is. Yeah, I think it's a little shallow if that's the
It's
only
not
thing
shallow.
you
It's
care about.
incredibly intelligent, and I'll tell you why. The foundation of a relationship for women and men is going to be based on men are very territorial with women. We don't want hoes. There's a reason why guys don't want to date girls that have a past and they don't want to know about your sexual past, whatever. As a matter of fact, if every single one of you asked each of you how many men have you had sex with, you're going to be reluctant to tell me the answer. There's a reason for that, because women know deep down that their body count aligns a lot with their value from a relationship standpoint. If a woman has a high notch count, 1,000 dudes, whatever, the ability for her to lock down a guy in a serious relationship drops precipitously, right? Will we say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the equivalent on the male side is if a man doesn't have a high earning potential or he doesn't have confidence, it'd be the same thing. That's a turnoff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason why men care so much about a woman's body count is because if a woman is promiscuous, you can't ensure paternity. Okay.
What do you mean?
What is every man's? Okay, what's your deepest, darkest?
Okay,
fear as a
pause real
woman?
quick.
Let's go around the table real quick.
All right.
I know what he means.
Starting with Savannah, what are your thoughts, perspective?
I think body count has like a really big double standard within like women and men.
Okay, what do you mean?
Like when men have a high body count, it's like, oh, good, dope, like you're cool. And then when a woman has a high body count, it's like you're a whore.
Okay. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that? What are your perspective
I
on that?
disagree. I think when a woman is trying to find herself and trying to like find out what she likes and what she wants in a man and in her sexual interactions, she is allowed to like find herself within multiple men.
Okay.
And that doesn't make her a whore. She's just like looking to find herself. And when it's men, they just want sex.
Okay. Okay. Cassie?
I personally don't think body count matters to a
I can't wait.
point because everyone has a past. If you think about it, everybody has a past. So why are you going to sit there and just argue about the past when you can like focus on the future? Like, why waste time sitting there arguing about the past when you can just focus on the future? Like, who cares about the past? Y'all fucked other people. Like, okay, that's not now. Like, just focus on the future with you two. So that's my standpoint on that.
Okay. Thanks. No, go back to. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah. So personally, I believe that body count should not matter, especially for women, because
I'm just waiting my turn. I'm waiting my turn. Go ahead.
women should be able to have fun. No, literally, like we should be able to have fun, live our life, you know. And for men, it's like, you know, they can have whatever they want. Their body count can be as high as they want, and they get a pat on the back. But as a woman, we're just looked at as, okay, like she's a hoe. No,
Exactly.
we need to be able to have fun, do what we want, live however we want to live, and that's that.
Yes,
Literally.
All right, next.
Simple as
I
that.
just want to hear your perspectives first. Yeah.
Appreciate you, G.
Okay, so personally, it's
Yes.
nobody's business. That's how I feel about it. On both sides, like I feel
So
like
even if your man is like, I want to take you seriously, I want to know, make sure that when I walk into a room, there's not these different dudes looking at me weird. That's not his business.
to be honest, and honestly, one, I think it depends on what you do in regards to that, because if you're in the industry or if you're doing anything artistic, sad to say, most of these people know each other anyway. And to be honest, the world's like this big. So it's very rare you'll meet someone that actually hasn't fucked with anyone else before or like even interacted on that type of level.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's
I disagree
rare.
wholeheartedly, but continue.
Ooh, okay. But on top of that, I feel like, well, like I said, it's nobody's business. But if you want to know my body count, I feel like if I do tell you, you shouldn't judge me based off of that, because you're getting to know who I am now. We're all going to go through different phases in life. So I feel like I shouldn't be judged for what I was doing when I was like, what, 20, 21, 19?
Okay.
That's not fair to me. I'm not the same girl. Shit, I'd be in the house now.
I'll be in the house just chilling now. Okay, got you.
I like what all the ladies said. Savannah, I like what you said. India, I like what you said. Yeah, body count, it's really none of anybody's business. But I do agree that, like, if a bitch is fucking every nigga, you know, in the city, it's like you're gonna be looked at a certain type of way. You need to take accountability. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends what your definition of a high value woman is. So
I'm about to ask you a question next.
yeah.
Okay, so my answer is a little bit more complicated.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
definitely can see both sides,
Okay.
for sure. So I personally think, like as a girl, as a woman, I think that no, we shouldn't be judged based on how many people we have been with, because that does not necessarily have anything to do with the character of the person. But as a guy, if I'm looking at it from their perspective, I do also understand like that being that possibly being an issue.
Okay.
If they know that the girl that they're trying to take seriously has been with like an ungodly amount of people.
Yes.
Because I don't know, so like just my stance on it, like for me, being intimate with somebody is a little bit more of like a personal thing. So it's a little bit more on a personal level. And I definitely am more of like an emotional person when it comes to things like that. But I definitely disagree with the fact that it's okay. It seems like society has made it okay for men to be sleeping around and not getting any backlash for it. And then if a girl does it, then all of a sudden she's like this big bad thing that like goes and just fucks whatever moves. Like that's just
Okay,
like,
so you think that men and women have the exact same when it comes to sleeping with the opposite sex?
I think that it should definitely be looked at as the same, but it's not. I mean, but I definitely think that if a woman is going to be judged by her body count, then a man should as well.
Okay. Why do you think that if it's hard for men to do it, but it's extremely easy for women to do it?
To do what? To
have sex.
Why is it hard for men to be judged?
No, I'm saying, why would you look at them equally if for men it's extremely hard and for women it's extremely easy?
I guess I'm confused as what do you mean is extremely hard or extremely easy? Having sex or?
Yes, having sex. Why would you put the same scope of looking at it the same exact way if one is extremely hard, almost only the top 20% of guys is out here like slanging like that, versus a woman who can just go to the club and say, hey, I want to have sex, and she'll probably have a line if she's even just average?
I don't know. I kind of disagree with that. I think that I don't think that it's just the top 20% of men that are like out there. Like,
so average guys are just slanging out here too.
I mean, I don't know, but I also wouldn't say that the average girl is out there slanging. Like that's
No. Okay, I want to be very clear. If they wanted to, if the average girl wanted to go to the bar.
Okay, but I guess I could flip that. So if she wanted to, every single guy in the bar would be like, yeah.
Yes.
So like then it's technically the same thing. If they were given the opportunity, they would be slanging too.
Okay, I'm talking about guys and versus women. So if a guy was trying to slang and he was average, he's not going to be, no matter how good of a whatever you call it, game is or etc., he's still not going to be able to reach some level of women being able to smash on a multiple level. Even if you a blue check with $100,000 in the bank at Lambo, you still have to sometimes take them out to eat, sometimes court them, sometimes be a certain height, etc., to even get women. So I'm just asking you, and actually all the ladies here, if one is extremely hard versus one is extremely easy, why would you use the same lens for both? Okay, we can go next. She was like, wait, who said that?
Me.
Okay, well, what's up?
Because
Talk
some
to me.
women don't act like it's easy. Like we don't just go around fucking every guy that we like see that's like attractive.
Got you. As you shouldn't.
Some.
No,
Some
I'm
do,
not even
but-
making that assumption. I'm just saying if you as a woman wanted to, you would be able to. Hold on. You disagree. I definitely got to listen to her. What?
So could a guy though.
So a guy can go to the bar and say, "Hey, I want to fuck 10 guys tonight." 10 girls tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh? So no. I want to be very clear. No. I want to be very clear. So a regular average dude can 5'6", 5'7", whatever. He's not that attractive. He doesn't have that much money. He doesn't have that much clout. Can go to the bar and sleep with 10 women that same night. Yes or no?
No.
Bar, yeah.
No, y'all capping right now.
You're capping. Wait. I'm gonna say
Go
something
ahead,
real quick.
go ahead.
Wait, because think about it. Like, okay, there are 50 average guys in the club.
Yes.
But there's about 10 rich niggas in the club. So
Yep.
you're gonna fuck with the average nigga, or you're gonna fuck with the niggas that's inviting you to the section?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real.
Facts.
Like, average niggas do not get,
Pussy.
you know, every day. Like, you really gotta be real. And
Yes.
like, us women, we have the power. Like, you gotta remember that
Facts.
too. You know what I'm saying? Men do not have the power, and all men are not attractive. So we're not gonna let anything into our bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, facts.
We are the choosers at the end of the day.
Yes.
So we gotta acknowledge that. So.
100%. All right, Clarissa, go ahead.
Okay, I just want to say I agree with you.
Okay.
It is easier for women.
And then could you talk in the microphone for me, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is easier for women to get laid, and I see you guys' perspective on it, how like you guys care about body count, but at the same time I feel like it's all about perspective. And for me personally, I do care about a guy's body count, so I would understand if he cared about my body count. Like, I don't want a guy that's been around either, and that's fine. And some men don't care about body count, because I've met men that don't care, and I've met men that do care.
Okay.
So I think it's just all about perspective. Me personally, I do care about how many guys my guy has been with, because I don't want a guy that's just been around everywhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to just run into some girl and then they're like, "Hey, yeah, I fucked your dude in the past."
Okay, got you. So you do you have the number, or is it what? Is it a set number? What's a set number for you?
It depends too, and it depends if it was like hookups versus relationships. Like if you had 10 relationships and had sex with 10 people, then that's cool, because it was like a serious thing you had with someone. But with hookups, it's just like fucking everyone at this point. So it depends on your age too. Like if you're 18 and your body count's already like past 10, I probably wouldn't date you.
Okay, gotcha. But you're a little bit older.
Yeah,
you
the
have time
older
to...
you are, the more I'm okay with how high your body count is.
Okay, gotcha. And then what is your perspective?
Oh man. Well,
Yeah, talk to me.
I mean, there's a lot of things I agree with that's already been said. Yes, it is from what I've seen, women are approached more often in the club. Even just tonight, 3 guys had approached me and they were like, "Oh, what's your number? What are you doing? Are you single?" And I mean, yes, they approached me, but I just turned them down. It's just like, I want to get to know someone first before I make any sort of connection.
As
like
you should,
that.
yes.
But when it comes to like bars or clubs, yeah, I mean, maybe it's difficult for me to pick apart my personal versus trying to see the general side of it.
Just give us your personal. Don't even give us a general. What do you care about body count? Do you not care about body count? Do you care about your own body count versus do you care about a guy's body count?
I don't really care about body count.
Okay.
I don't. It's your past.
Okay.
You know, whatever happened in your past helped shape who you are now. And I'm trying to get to know the you now. Yes, your past will help me, but I don't need it.
Okay.
And
what about for yourself?
for myself, my body count is my body count. It's what someone said earlier about trying to find what you like sexually. I totally 100% agree with that, because everyone is going to be different. Everyone's going to have different methods, different, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying you should go out and fuck everyone you see or anything like that. But like, it's not bad to try different things with people.
Okay.
And if it takes you more people to figure out what you like, then it takes more people.
Okay. Let's put a number on it. If a guy comes to you and he says, "Hey, I've slept with, I don't know, 200 women," would you care?
Okay, why are you telling me that? That's how I would be like.
He just want to be open. He just want to be open and honest to make sure that you know his past, etc. But he's clean.
I would respond with, "Why should that matter? Okay, good for you. Congratulations. Do you want me to give you a slap on the back?"
A cookie. Okay.
I appreciate said person for telling me that. It helps me understand like your experience level or whatnot. But do I care about it? Not really.
Okay.
It doesn't really.
And then let me ask a question for all the ladies, actually. If a guy, you dating him actually very seriously, and he asks you, "Hey, I want to really know your body count in a honest, open way," would you be honest and tell him?
I would, yeah. Yeah, I would.
Jessica, you could just...
No, yeah, I definitely would tell him.
Okay.
Oh my God, I don't know.
Oh, your shit crazy.
I mean, I don't know what's crazy, but it's just like it ruins the mystery.
The mystery of it.
You know, I don't know, but yeah.
I don't have no shame in my game.
I got you. You're just gonna be open and honest. Okay. And then Gap.
Yeah, I mean, I would tell him. I'll be honest about it.
Okay. Let's read super chats and then let's get back into the video. I want to actually finish that up. We actually have 120. I'm actually not live right now. So go to Solo. Solo! Please leave some food for the kids. You stupid, bro. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I really appreciate that. Just want to make sure that there's no more super chats before I continue the video, because I'm going to leave my thoughts and opinions for the end of the show, because that will get very controversial. Yeah. Oh, department's in the building. What's going on, fellas? Thank you guys for watching. Julio, fire it up.
I don't know, getting sexually assaulted one day, God forbid.
Right. Yeah, by a weirdo, right? In a dark alley or whatever, getting kidnapped, right?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Fair to say that's across the board?
I think I agree.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's like a nightmare.
Yeah, getting trafficked. There's some masked men coming and kidnapping you, taking you off and doing things to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys want to know the male's equivalent? That deep fear that you guys have? Raising a child that we find out later on isn't ours.
Damn, son.
Okay? Yeah. So you feel that pain that you feel where you're getting taken advantage of and someone is doing things to you that you don't want, that's how men feel about raising a child that they find out isn't theirs. Okay, we get raped another way. That's why men don't want to deal with girls that are hoes, because if you deal with a girl that's promiscuous and has a past, and you have a child with this woman, there's a good chance that child might not be yours, and that is devastating to a man. So that is why a woman's past matters so much to men. It's just that we live in a society nowadays that shames men for holding women to standards.
But for that only one reason, though.
There's a bunch of other reasons as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
then it's
statistical
not
proof.
shallow, then.
That's why you take paternity test.
That's why I take paternity. But here's the thing: you got to remember, we're hardwired from millennia of being human beings. We didn't have paternity tests and all these modern conventions, so we're still wired as if we were, back then in the day when we didn't have all these modern conventions to ensure paternity. So men still, right? Even though women make more money than ever before, and you guys are successful, you don't need men. You still want a guy that's taller than you, muscular, attractive, and all these other things. Why? Because women are hardwired to look for this in men. Men are hardwired to look for women that aren't hoes. So, and you're going back, well, is that the only reason? Let me tell you the negative consequences.
Okay, pause real quick.
When you deal with women like this. There's studies that show the more.
Starting from this side, what are your perspective on what he said when it comes to being, out there a hoe versus, not a hoe in a sense for your man? Because I know you said personally that the past of the man don't matter. But what about your past? Do you protect it? Do you not care?
My past?
Yes.
I mean, if he's curious about it, I'll tell him.
Okay.
If I really, really care about the person, I want him to know what's caused me to become who I am, or what's helped to shape me, right? But if he decides that after I tell him, after he asks, right, I open up my past to him, and he suddenly his mind has changed or something, and his perspective of me has changed.
Yeah.
Then that's on him. If he doesn't like me because of my past, he doesn't like me, and I guess I have to accept that. I'm not gonna force him like, this is my past. You have to accept me. You have to stay. You can't leave. That's just super toxic in my opinion.
Okay.
But it's just like, all I ask is that you understand I'm okay with my past. There's nothing that I want to hide. There's nothing that I need to hide.
Okay, let me be specific with my question. With you in dealing with your life, are you protecting that of people being like, okay, her past is this way, she slept with this many dudes, and you are hesitant to sleep with as many dudes, or do you just not care?
I don't care. I don't care. I'm not hesitant. If they ask, and I will tell them.
No, not asking. I'm talking about you personally, like dealing with men. Like, are you like, I'm gonna make them wait the 3-day rule, the 30-day rule, or etc.? Are you hesitant with men, or are you just like, I'm just free spirit? Yes.
Sorry, I completely misunderstood.
That's why I said I'm gonna be very specific. Yeah.
Okay. It just kind of depends on where I am in life.
Okay.
If I match, say, with someone and I really fuck with them and I hang out with them, then I'll open up.
Okay.
Sometimes if it's coming on too strong or whatnot, then I'm gonna be more cautious. Like, I don't want to get into something all free willy-nilly,
Okay. So you're just not out here slanging. Okay, got you.
No, same thing as her. I like I said, I do care if a guy's been around, so I, hold myself up to the same standards, and like I can't expect something from someone if I'm not, holding myself to the same standards. So I definitely, I guess with me at least, when it comes to looking for guys, I like stability. I don't really like playing games or just like, I want something real with someone. That's just how I am personally. So I want that person to be the same way for me.
Okay. And then for you in your life, are you dealing your life and making sure that you are, I guess, protecting your body count in a sense, or are you just don't care?
I would say I am protecting my body count.
Okay.
But just for myself, I guess, because I hold the guy to the same standard. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, I agree with what Ariana was saying about how, I know that wasn't exactly the question, but I just wanted to touch on that too. But
go ahead.
I definitely agree that, I would be honest with the person. And also the thing that when she was saying that if the guy then decided that otherwise after they told her, I think that's bad on him. Especially if they're actually.
Oh man.
No. Hear me out.
No, go ahead. Hear
me out. Let's say you guys have been talking for, I don't know, maybe 2-3 months.
Yes.
And you guys are actually, it's getting serious.
Okay.
And then he finds out your body count after he actually sees the kind of person that you really are, and then decides nah, I think that's bad on him, because then he actually knows you as a person. He actually sees how you are and still decides that that's more important than who you actually are as a person.
Okay, so question for you personally.
Yeah.
Does a person's past dictate their present and their future in some capacity?
I think it depends. I think it honestly depends on the person, and I think anybody has the ability to change if they want to. And whether or not you actually change, that depends from person to person. So, like, for example, I mean, I can't really think of a good example of that right now. But I mean, just in general, I genuinely think that it just depends.
Okay.
But for me, to answer like the question of whether or not like I protect my body count, I do, but not because I think that it's important to men. I do it because of morals that I have, like standards that I have for myself. So if the question is if I protect my body count because I think men judge that, no. I do it for myself, not because I think that it's more attractive to them. I do it because that's just what I want for me.
Okay. Do you understand that it's more attractive to them?
I am aware that it is more attractive to them, but that's not why I do it.
Okay. Got you. Okay. Talk to me.
Okay, restate the question again.
The question is what he said about being, having a high body count as a guy. Guys going to basically look at you as lower value if you have a higher body count. What are your thoughts on protecting your own body count versus a guy who has a high body count? Let's say you're talking to a guy and he comes to you and says, hey, I slept with 200 women. Would that change your perspective of that guy?
Definitely. I think that's for anybody, though. Like, if anybody came up to you and told you that they slept with 200 plus people, you would look at them like, damn, like, how many dicks was that? Like, like, it's just like a lot to deal with. But for certain people, they're able to accept that, and some people are not. So, but for me personally, I don't know.
No, be honest. Be honest.
Body count, I mean, when you're young and you're in high school and like, and you're in your younger 20s, you have fun. So I feel like counting shouldn't even really be a thing, but it happens. So I don't know.
Do you, as a person, as a woman, protect your body count, or do you just not care and you just go on with life?
Well, I have to base it off of when I was 19 because I've been in a relationship for 5 years. So, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't protect my body count.
Oh, so you just
I'm gonna
and
be
keep
honest.
speaking the microphone for me.
I didn't protect my body count.
You was just out here.
I was lost. I didn't know myself. I didn't love myself.
Okay.
And I was looking for sex to fill a void and feel validated and feel loved and all that shit. So, I'm sure a lot of people go through that, but everyone has their own story. So.
Okay. And then real quick question. For you personally, what is the number that is just too high? I know, random.
200 is kind of high.
No. Okay. What about 100?
100 it's.
What about 50?
50 I can accept.
Okay. Whoa. Somebody said, whoa. 50?
It depends who you're dating. If you're dating a 28-year-old, it just depends. It's all circumstantial.
It's contextual.
This is why I don't ask.
Oh, exactly, because when it gets into circumstances, it's like you can say anything. So
okay.
But 50 is my.
That's just okay. Gotcha.
Repeat the question.
Oh my God. I wish I had the buttons. All right. Basically, the question is, are you protecting your body count? And if a guy comes to you and he has a super duper high body count, would you look at him differently?
So, I mean, if someone were to ask me what my body count is, I probably would tell them.
Open and honest, like the full.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, like, it's not that many people. So I don't have an issue telling them. But also, I mean, I guess if a guy were to come to me and say, like, this is my body count, I'd probably be like, okay. I mean, as long as when we go to the clinic, we're good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
That's the only thing that, like, really matters to me, like, my actual, like, health. So as long as he's fine and we're fine, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm not going to judge anyone off of that just because you never know. Some people legit have, like, addictions out here and then they outgrow it. I was also a psych major, so I'm definitely, like, super understanding, I guess.
Okay. And then for you, are you protecting your body count?
Protecting my body count.
Meaning, like, are you putting guys through the ringer, making sure that they pass certain barriers, certain boundaries for them to even have sex with you? Or are you just like, oh, he's attractive, I just want to fuck?
No, not because he's attractive.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't have a type. So, like, I have to like you. I have to like you. Like,
Okay.
I literally would have to like you because I don't like people. So,
Yeah, okay.
for you to even get
How
this
you a psych but don't like people?
it's real easy. It's really
No. How you a psych?
You get tired of listening to people's shit and dealing with people's shit.
Okay,
so
got you.
It's real easy. And it's really easy to disassociate too. So
Okay.
for me, like, I have to like you. For you to be in my space, for you to even touch me, like, I've been to the club. I hate the club. Fucking hate the club. But I really do. I'll go to a bar here and there, but the club, fucking hate it.
Have you had a
Like,
one night stand at a club or a bar?
No.
No, never.
No.
Okay, got you.
Honestly, the most I've had is like a guy try to, you know how like do that weird side swipe thing when they're like,
The fuck?
yeah, like trying to move
When
you.
they're passing
yeah,
and they,
but
like,
they're like
rub your
touching
hip.
you,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it like
yeah.
goes lower. Like,
Okay.
They like touch your waist.
to be honest, yeah.
Okay. Hold on, that's the most you've ever done at a club or bar?
No, I was gonna say I punched someone at a club for that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
I don't play that. Like,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
from Chicago. I will fight you.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll say less. All right, next.
Okay, so if a guy were to come to me and he tells me his body count, I could say the max would be like 50.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it just really depends, because I could understand that you just want to have your fun and you just don't really care. I can understand that, but as long as you don't have anything and putting me at risk, okay, that's cool. I mean, as long as you're honest and you're open, okay, we can have that communication. Okay, cool. You know.
Okay.
And am I protecting my body count?
Yes.
I could say yes, because can't really trust everybody out here. You know,
Okay.
you can't really,
Especially
can't-
Atlanta.
Yes, especially the A. Like, you just can't. You can't really trust everybody. Like, a lot of people out here just be capping about everything. So, yeah, I'm definitely protecting it, because some people will come, you know, they'll be like, yeah, you can have fun, this and that. Yeah, have your fun, but still at the same time, understand your standards and your morals and your value, you know, as a woman. And that's something that I really do look at for myself, and I set that high standard for myself. So
Okay. So I'm guessing you make guys go through the ringer of being able to have sex with you, etc.
I don't really I wouldn't say go through the ringer, but I can just say that I'm just very observant to see if it's actually worth like having, you know, just to see if he's actually worth it, because, you know, the more people that you have sex with, it goes up. So just seeing if he's worth it, literally.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I 100% agree with Gabby on this one, honestly, because I don't know. I have high standards for myself, first of all, and I'm not one to just.
Can you talk in the microphone for me?
I'm not
There you
one
go.
to just, you know, see a guy go off his attractiveness and be like, oh, let me take him home tonight type thing. Like, yeah, I might think he's attractive, talk him up at the bar, but that doesn't mean I'm going to go home with him type thing.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I don't see myself as that kind of person, even though a lot of people do see me like that. I'm not. I'm proving people wrong, and I'm just showing that I'm not that kind of person, because I know who I am on the inside, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So it's really what Gabby was saying about that. So I agree with her.
Okay. And if a guy comes to you with a high body count, would you look at him differently? Would you perceive him differently?
I mean, honestly, the judgy part of me, if I'm being honest, would look at him differently. But at the same time, if I actually got to know him and, like, knew who he was, if it was high, oh, well, like, I'm still getting to know you. Like, I'm starting to like you type thing. So I'm not just going to sit there and, like, judge you off of that number. Like,
Okay.
who gives a shit about a number? So
Men
it's
do.
like,
I'm going to tell you right now.
okay, whatever. That's men. That's men. We're talking about women here. So that's just my standpoint on that.
Okay.
Okay, well, first of all, I wouldn't go to a man and ask him what his fucking body count is.
No, I'm not saying you go to him, but y'all are dating. Y'all are in a much more serious relationship. He's about to take you seriously, or you about to take him seriously, and he just asked you that question, or be very open and honest with his body count.
All right, so if we're in, like, the point in our relationship where we have been open about, like, other things, and I'm willing to, like, share my past, then I will be open with him about all of that.
Okay. And
But
as
I will also ask him why it matters to him.
because
And,
it matters to
why
all
he-
dudes.
But like, why would it change your perspective?
Can you answer the question why it matters
Be-
so much?
well, they already did, but again, to
Okay,
put.
but have you ever thought
Uh-huh.
when you were like when you went home with a girl?
Mhm.
Have you ever thought if she gets pregnant, what if I'm not pregnant? Like, what if I'm not the father?
No,
Is that
you
your
think
thought?
you think more about that when you take them seriously, when you have a serious relationship with them, not when you just at the
wait,
bar
so
having
if
sex.
she's cheating on you,
Huh?
so if she's cheating on you,
Yeah, because you can't know that you're the dad unless
Okay,
you
that's
have
valid. That's valid.
exactly. So and then are you protecting your body count?
Like not well, like I said, like if they came to me and we were in the part of our relationship where I'm like I've already explained my past and like other things about my life, then
Okay.
I would be willing to explain to him my
No.
past.
Okay, I want to be very clear. Are you protecting, meaning like when you go out to the bars or go out to the clubs or dating someone, are you more selective of how long it takes or the boundaries that someone has to pass through to have sex with you?
Oh yeah, I agree with basically what everyone said. Like I know who I am and I know my standards in a man. And if I look at you and I just find you attractive, I will talk to you, but I'm not going to like take you home that night.
Okay, got you. Let's get these super chats before we lose them. First one by House of Matrix. Have fun in the streets. Real men not wifing you. Thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate that. Woody Mac says, chant, here we go, depends. Here we go, clap, clap. What the fuck? I don't know what that means. Julio, what does that mean? I don't know. Solo, well, trendsetter, he changed his name. TV84 says, shorty talking right now would jump for a number one at McDonald's, some Henny and weed. Stop the cap. What the fuck, bro? Y'all are wild out here. All right, let's go back to the reaction so we can finish up.
More men a woman has had sex with,
Partners.
the more partners, the less likely that you're going to be able to have a good marriage with her. The divorce rates skyrocket once a girl hits a certain notch count of men, and then on top of that, divorce rates go up, etc. So it's a bad bet for a guy to marry a woman that has a promiscuous past, because the chances of you're pretty much investing everything into a woman that could destroy you. So that is why guys care so much about a woman's past. Men don't ask for much.
Yeah.
If you really ask guys what they want, they just want a girl that's loyal, submissive, and not a hoe. But that not being a hoe thing weighs a lot.
And
because we take enormous risk when we take a girl on that has a promiscuous past, and men don't want to be embarrassed.
Let me add to that as well about being embarrassed. So imagine, right, we're your girl. Let's say you're my girl. We go out, right? And there's like 5 guys there, and you've been with all 5. And like, damn, she was giving me a blowjob in the bathroom. We sex on the balcony. That right there is a man's next fear, because think about this: the high school hoe. Nobody wants to date the high school hoe, because obviously they're gonna laugh at you, make fun of you. So to be embarrassing for a guy dating a girl that's a hoe, that means a lot. So
Yeah, and then there's a bunch of studies out there also that show that women can't pair bond when they have larger notch counts. They have mental issues. 1 in 4 women nowadays has as an antidepressant, anti-anxiety. Like there's a whole bunch of stats that show that the more promiscuous a woman is, the less likely she's going to be able to be a good wife, and more importantly, a good mother to your child. So that is why men care so much about a woman's past. It's just that we shame men for this. We tell them you're an asshole, you're shallow. Like your knee-jerk reaction when I said a man doesn't want a woman with a past, that's shallow.
No, I said if that's the only thing you're talking to a girl about, that's the only thing that you care about. You don't care about her character. You don't care about the type of woman she is.
But it's not
yeah.
shallow. It's actually incredibly important.
So if you're gonna date someone, you don't care about the woman's character or how you guys fit together as a couple.
Well, here's the thing. Her promiscuity speaks volumes to her character.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to be a certain type of person to be that way.
Yeah.
You're not going to be discerning. Men have to create their value. Women are born with value. So women must preserve their value. So if they don't preserve it, that tells you everything you need to know about her character.
a woman of character.
Cool, let's pause it right there.
Sorry.
I want to hear what the
you don't
ladies
think
have to
there's
say about that.
other like
'Cause there were some very good things that he said. Oh, we can start with you. What were your thoughts about what he just said? Men must create their value. Women must preserve their value.
Well,
And everything that they said. You can speak on anything that they said.
I mean, honestly, I kind of already forgot. I have very short-term memory.
Okay.
But
What about just the statement by itself that women must preserve their value and men must create their value?
why can't men preserve their own value as well?
Because men don't have value when you're born. You have to create it. You have to be, I don't know, the best singer or the best or work. Or basically, men have to have assets to be attractive to most women. Example, status, money, success,
And that
etc.
doesn't go the same for women.
No, you're born with it. So as soon as you hit 18,
well,
yes.
Personally, no.
Uh-huh.
Personally, for me, no. I was adopted from China. I was abandoned as a baby.
Okay.
So I had zero value.
Okay, I want to get away from that. And now let's go to the sexual market value first. That's what we're talking about.
Sexual market value?
Yes, so meaning like dating wise. So as a woman, as soon as you turn 18, in some countries, 17, 16, you are valued soon as you hit that age of consent, in a sense. You are basically just losing your value as you age. Men, on the other hand, have to do certain things, have to work, have to go to school, have to go to the gym, etc., to gain value. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like that is a very sort of it's that sort of thought is kind of ingrained in us. It's a very I think archaic way of thinking.
Okay.
I feel that we don't really have control over that mindset because even back in say Neolithic eras, the men were the stronger people, right?
Yeah, of course.
And if you were able to build a house and support a family like that, then you are more attractive. And it's a more of a primal instinct, I think.
Of course.
And we carry that into today.
Of course.
And yes, it has created issues, but I think that there's also if you are up in a bar or up in a club, right, and you see a woman who's obviously much more affluent.
Okay,
right?
what do you mean when you say that? Be specific.
Affluent, like she has more money. She takes care of herself. She goes to the gym. You're gonna go for that over an average girl who say looks like she's just in college, right?
Okay, let's pause. Let's pause for just a second. You added multiple things. When you say go to the gym, yes, because that adds to the attraction of the women. But when you say go work and go like hey, make money, generally speaking, men don't care about your money. Men don't care how much money you make. Men will literally take a feminine, submissive girl who works at McDonald's versus a boss babe who's very masculine, who's going to challenge him, who's going to, every time he speaks, she's going to challenge it. He would take the girl that works at McDonald's.
So seeing a woman who's taking care of her life, who seems like she knows what she's doing over someone who may just look like she's just going through life.
Okay. Again, the qualities that you just named, we are not even looking at that before we look at how submissive are you, how complimentary are you to our life.
So in the end, you're just looking for a submissive girl.
Not just submissive. So a complimentary woman to your life. So if you're a guy who's feminine, maybe you need a more masculine woman. So I'm just saying complimentary to your life.
I feel like it would depend for God. Depend.
Okay.
Depend, right, chat? It differs from person to person.
Got you.
If that's what I honestly don't have many views about this sort of stuff. I don't pay attention to this. If that is what men think about or what they value in general, then that's unfortunate in my mind. And that's all I want to say.
Okay, all right. Cool.
I just think, like she said, I think different people have different values that they value in each person. I don't know what most men want, to be honest.
Okay.
You would have to ask every single guy in the world what they prefer. I don't know.
I disagree wholeheartedly. I mean, we're very easy. We're very simple. We just want peace, generally speaking, a nice fit woman who's the most attractive that they can have and very complimentary to her life. That's pretty much it.
Okay. You're saying that's what you want?
No.
In general.
I can ask Julio, I can ask Milton, I can go to the streets and literally ask every single guy. They will kind of tell you the same exact thing.
Okay, all right. But like I said, I've come across different types of guys.
Of course.
I feel like each guy just requires a different thing, you know?
Okay.
And same with women. I think everything's about perspective, to be honest. Like, it's what each person individually is looking for in another person. But if you're gonna hold what I do think is that if you're gonna hold someone to certain standards, I think you should hold yourself to those same standards. In my opinion, that's yeah.
Okay, real quick, do you think men and women bring the same exact values to the sexual marketplace?
What do you mean? Like,
okay, as a woman, what do you want from your man, and then what do you bring to the table for yourself?
In a relationship.
So, for instance, I'm just throw some things out there that maybe if you were in a relationship and a robber breaks in and trying to, I don't know, steal shit from you or, kill you guys or whatever, would you look to your man to do that and protect you? Or would you yourself be like, all right, I got it. Don't worry about it. You can take a seat and sit down.
I mean, I think it should be like an even thing. Like if you both, you're both. Shit out of that. It's. I feel like relationships.
Oh my God, what?
Like relationships. Yeah, it's like I think relationships are about teamwork. Like whenever your partner, whenever your partner's down, I feel like if you're doing better than them, then you should help them, or vice versa.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, like you should help each other because you're not always gonna be at your best, and they're not always gonna be at their best.
Yes.
And that's where you help uplift them
Okay.
whenever they're down.
Okay, and then back to the original question is, women, do you agree or disagree with the statement that women preserve their value, and what's your perspective of it versus men have to gain value or make value, create value?
I see the point because it like I said earlier, it is easier for women to get with guys, like a lot easier. So I guess society sees it as like you're losing value every time you sleep with someone new, and that's just social construct. It's not something that we can change. It's just how society views it, and there's nothing that can really be done about that.
Okay, then you agree with it or you disagree with it?
Agree to disagree. I don't know.
All right, all right, Jessica.
Okay, so I feel like we keep talking about a bunch of different things. So what is it that I'm addressing right now?
Okay, the question that we definitely went off on a tangent, but the question you're addressing right now: do you agree or disagree, or what is your perspective of a woman has value as soon as she's born or turns 18, and a man must create his value?
Okay, so in my opinion, I think everybody is born with value.
Okay.
I think that,
and I want to be specific. It's in the sexual market value place, not as a human.
Okay. I've never really thought about that. I think that, I guess I'm trying to understand what kind of a value would need to be built up by a man.
Okay, I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
I can start with you right here. How tall are you?
I'm 5 foot.
Okay, 5 foot. Okay, would you date a 4'9" guy who lives in his basement, ugly, fat, and unattractive?
No.
Okay. No. You can just say no.
Yeah, I definitely
no.
would not.
Next. No. Okay. No. I'm just going down the line. No, right?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking at the comments.
No. All right, Gabby. No, right? Exactly. So there are certain things that men must pass to be attractive to a large demographic of women.
But as you said before, there are certain things that women must pass to be attractive to a man.
True, but our standards are way lower than your standards.
Well, that's your guys' problem.
Yeah, maybe.
Then you need to have higher standards for yourself.
I would agree, but I would also disagree because the average dude, I'm going to be very clear, is not out here having sex consistently with multiple different women. So you have to lower your standards to some degree.
I feel like also girls don't go to bars looking to hook up with someone. I can't tell you how many times guys approach me when I'm out and they're like, do you want to come back to my place? Do you want to come back to my place? And shit like that. If a girl wanted to, they could.
Of course.
But
so I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing from the guy's perspective of it's hard. So if it's extremely difficult to get the girls that you want, you have to lower your standards to the next level. Well, go ahead, Jessica.
Well, something that I was going to say to your example about the 4'9" chubby dude in the basement, right?
Yes.
You wouldn't go for a woman that does that. That's like that either, would you?
Yes. No, I wouldn't.
Exactly.
So again, I'm just saying it from the perspective of you guys of saying that certain characteristics of guys you won't go for. Short guys that are in the fat, or unless they have status or they have money to balance out the other aspects of their life. So if a guy has super status and super money, you may overlook his attractiveness. If his attractiveness is super duper crazy, you may overlook his money and his status. But you do, to some level or some degree, have to have certain things in place for you to have sex with them.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I want to.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, one other thing.
Yes.
Okay, so you're okay. So hold on. Whoa.
No, go ahead.
So your actual question was that you.
What is your perspective?
On
Yes.
women having to not being born with value.
No, women being born with value and men having to create their value.
I guess I have a question for you then. How is a woman born with value then?
Because she's born with a vagina. She's born with, her titties. She's born with her hair, her looks, etc. She's born basically with her beauty, right? So as a man, I don't need to look for anything else other than your attractiveness. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care about your personality. Even sometimes if I'm just wanting to have sex. Now, if you want to take them seriously, obviously that's a different conversation.
So yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that.
Okay, got you. Oh, do you agree with it or do you disagree? That's all I need to know.
Like, do I agree with the fact that a man has to build his value?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Talk to me.
Okay, so does a man have to build his value? I think he does.
Talk to me.
I think a woman is born with value. In this life, a man, like, he has to, like, dress a certain way, have, like, drive a certain car. Like, there's so much competition out there for men.
Yep.
And, like, obviously you're always going to go with the guy that has, like, the better materialistic things. Obviously it depends what kind of woman you are, but we're talking about generals. But yeah, so that's my opinion.
Okay, do you agree that women have value? Actually, you did agree with that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. She let you go. She tired. Or she got a lot to say. Let's go. I don't know which one.
Nah, this is a lot.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Yes, it's a lot. Like, this is.
Yeah, that's why I do this show. That's why I do this show.
It's like a lot because it's making me like I have brothers. Like I'm sitting here like, oh my god, my brothers have no value when they're born. What the fuck?
No, I'm talking not as humans.
No,
I want to be very clear.
I know, but I mean like thinking like dating perspectives because I'm like, oh yeah, my brothers are fun and cute. Like I'm not thinking like, oh they got to show out to like get to be liked and all this other shit, and I'm just over here like, haha.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm cute. What's up? Like,
yeah.
But I do feel like women are born with the perspective that we do have more value than men.
These are facts.
And honestly, it is very, very sad that men have to grow into their value. That and fight for it. Yeah, it's so sad. Like
I would disagree. I would disagree that it's sad because if it wasn't sad, then it would just be hella babies everywhere, right?
It is hella babies everywhere.
Okay, it would be way more babies everywhere. Yeah, you're right. So even more single mothers, even more hella babies, because as men, we are just designed to have sex with as many women as possible. You're designed to spread our seed. And as women, generally speaking, you're designed to find the best quality of man. So if you're a guy, you have access. If you just even an average guy, you have access to all these different women. You're just going to be dealing with all these different women. So it should be to some degree boundaries for certain guys to pass and certain guys not to pass.
And then I feel like because it is to each its own, but we currently do live in a city girl time frame, so it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough because I'm not a city girl. I'll like you for you. I'll work with you, but I'll work with you to an extent. Like I'm not paying for everything.
How tall are you?
How tall am I?
Yeah,
5'2".
5'2". Have you ever dated a guy who was 5'1" or below?
I've dated a guy the same height as me and 5'1".
Okay, got you. Dope. Okay.
What'd you say?
She said back in the day.
I just wanted to say too.
Go ahead.
I just thought of I just
and
wanted
we leaving
to
every over.
What's it called? Explain my no answer.
Okay.
I didn't mean no. I disagree with the I did not mean no. I disagree with the statement that men have. Like, yes, men do have to build their value.
Yes.
But what I was saying no to is I disagree with the fact that that's like right per se. If that makes any sense. I don't agree with that. I don't agree that is how it is. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so that is how it is.
You think
and
that
it is like that?
Okay. Yes.
But I don't think that it should be like that.
Okay. No, let me ask you straight up, and actually you the same because you said you disagree. What other scenario would it be then? Should average guys have just have access to a multitude of women?
No, I mean I think my opinion is I feel like everybody should just be more
Wait, what? Wait, what the fuck that even come from?
I'm really trying to explain what I'm thinking right now, but it's like it makes sense in my head, but every time I try to explain, it's just not making sense at all.
I got you.
But I think that in general, people should be more mindful about who they're giving themselves to, just in general.
Okay.
Just because, not regardless of whether you're a dude or a girl or whatever, I think that honestly, like us as humans, it's biologically proven that we genuinely like give.
And then talk to the microphone for me.
Sorry, we give pieces of ourselves away to people.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
I agree with that. Yeah.
No, and so that is biological, and so like yes, so people will argue with me all day tooth and nail about whether or not like that's true or not, but like that is really a fact. Some people.
The only thing I would argue is men's is much more what do you call it? Less emotional than women's.
No, yeah, for sure. Like, okay. So I don't know how to. I really don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say.
I got you.
But I don't know. I think that after a time, like, just it has to do with like looking after yourself a little bit, your mental, just a little bit. You know, I feel like everybody should be a little bit more mindful about who they're giving themselves to, just because people can hurt you easier. People, whether I don't care if you're a dude or a girl, like at some point, like shit starts to hurt.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So it's just like.
Just be careful. All right, I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
I was gonna say
Yeah, go.
At some point, but I feel like adolescence is a tough kind of thing when it comes to like sexual interactions, because it's kind of like when you're, I want to say at least from.
And then talk on the microphone for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want to say at least from like maybe like 17 to like 20. I feel like that's like a time frame where like either guys and girls are just, maybe even before that, honestly, if I can really push it way back based off of what I'm remembering from my psych classes.
Okay.
Typically, it's more of an urge and less of a let me take care of myself. But there's a difference between following through with that urge and then just not having self-control.
True.
So it's kind of like it's tough.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough because I remember like looking at people that like held out. Like I have a friend, she's like 26, still a virgin, and I'm just like,
wow.
I'm just like, girl, I want to be like you. What the fuck?
Got
I was
you.
like, I wish.
Uh-huh.
Because I just feel like, to be honest, she thinks straighter. And I know this is a little off topic.
Yeah.
But she's more like to be like, oh no, or oh yes, or oh no, oh hell no, to like whoever approaches her. But then there's women that are like that, you know, are not virgins. So I really think that it is a perspective thing, and it's like a person to person thing, like what you're willing to deal with, and if you're willing to give yourself up like that, because soul ties are real.
Yeah.
You can get trauma that way. You can get trauma from someone that way.
Okay. And then hold on. Let's get. Hold on.
Okay, so I do understand that girls do have more value than men, because growing up, the male figures in my life will be like, men are hunters, they're going woman to woman to woman to woman, so they're trying to find what they want. So that of course doesn't mean that men doesn't have any value, but at the same time, us women, we do look at, okay, what do they, do you prefer a taller guy? Do you prefer materialistic things? What does he drive? So that does have like a really big factor in it as well. So
Do you agree that women are born with value, and do you agree that men must create their value?
Women are born with value. Still kind of iffy on men have to build up their value. In a certain way, yes, because they do have to try to find themselves and try to fit in and, build themselves to a way that they want to, and how a woman sees them as well. So yeah, I do agree with that.
Okay. Let's hit these super chats real quick, and then we can get the final thoughts and wrap it up. All right. Woody Mac says, I think I can predict what the ladies' answer to a hard question will be. Survey says, depends. Laugh out loud chant. Here we go. Depends. Here we go. Clap, clap. What the fuck? Curious people, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. He says, showing some love and support. I really appreciate that, bro. We getting a lot of cap emojis in here, but that could be from earlier. All right, I want to start with Gabby. What are your final thoughts on body count? What are your final thoughts on women preserving their value? And what are your final thoughts on men like creating value?
Okay, so women preserving their body count. I can't really speak for all, but I know for me personally, I am preserving body count. Like I'm making sure that I say to myself, because I know for me personally, I don't want to create an attachment with just someone I find attractive, because it could create emotional trauma for me.
Okay.
Because I don't know the aftermath of what's going to happen. Because people say what they want and they make you believe certain things.
They lie to you.
They lie to you.
Get the
And then
box. I
it
got
puts
you.
me in a place of like, damn shit. You know, I did all this and then I had sex with you and then now I'm kind of attached, and it's like, okay, you just lied to me. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm still learning now too. Just preserve my body count, not going after everybody that's attractive. What was the other?
The other one, basically, women preserving their value, men creating their value. And what are your overall thoughts on the whole thing about body count in general?
Body count in general. Okay, so at the end of the day, we are all human and we all want to have fun, but it really just depends on the person and how they see it. I know for guys, a lot of them look at women and they're like, okay, I just want her for a night and that's it.
Of course, yeah.
Literally. I mean, that's just how it is. But for women, we're more emotional, we're more sensitive. And then we take it more to an extent where it's just like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to have sex with you because I'm not sure what the attachment's going to be like.
Okay.
Literally. That's just how, not for all women, but for some women, that's how it is. So, yeah.
Okay. Got you. No. I heard that. Yeah.
Okay.
What is your overall thoughts on the body count? What is your perspective on men creating their value and women preserving their value?
I don't think that. So I think that body count shouldn't be a factor. However, I do think general health should be. And I'll say that again because I said it earlier. But outside of that, I don't think it should be a factor. I don't think it should be a factor in how you treat someone or how you're going to move forward.
Okay.
I think that people should be, I guess, judged on their actions.
Okay, hold on. Quick question. So for your past, if a guy tells you, hey, most guys would agree with this, that I don't like a woman who has a super duper crazy high body count, would that change the way that you act going forward in life, or would you still be like, I don't care? Okay, gotcha. All right.
That's his problem. Like what he likes, let's just be real. We're not gonna like all of the same shit. And to be honest, if we're fresh in and he's asking me that, already mentally I'm like, okay, so if you're gonna judge me based off of this, whether it is high or whether it is low, to be honest, I can't rock with you. Because I can't rock with someone that is that judgmental, that can't take the time to get to know someone and like push forward past that.
Okay.
Even if it's out of curiosity, I'm gonna be like, well, why'd you ask that?
Okay.
What was the general curiosity of you asking that? Like, oh damn, you just look like you just out here doing whatever, huh?
Okay. So if a guy comes to you and y'all are talking and he tells you, I cheated on every single girl that I've ever been with, but with you, this is different. This is something special. This is whatever. I'm longevity, blah, blah, blah. Would you look at him differently with him telling you that, or would you look at him the same?
So, like I said, I'm going to judge you based off how you treat me. Because at the end of the day, there's some men that act out with several different women, and then there's some men that are in it for the long run with other women. Like, it just depends.
Okay.
But at the same time, and is it going to sit in the back of my head a little bit? Because the minute you fuck up, I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, you told me you was cheating.
Okay. Gotcha.
But going forward, now, action-wise, I'm just watching you.
Okay.
Like, that's my main thing. I'm going to watch you until, you've proven the opposite of what I think of you or what I've so far gotten. I'm not going to judge you. You are who you are.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Do I got to repeat the question?
Okay, body count. Okay, I feel like it shouldn't matter. But I guess it does, right? Well, I don't know. It just depends, right?
Well, it definitely does. For men, it definitely does matter.
Okay, for men, it definitely does matter. But
Yes.
my question is, like, why? Like, why? Like, what? Why?
Because even though you guys say don't judge, etc., blah, 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 to me, that's cap. That's bullshit. Your past does, to some degree, dictate your present and your future.
Would you date a stripper?
Would I date a stripper? when you say date, to be specific, you mean like out
Would
and about? This is my
you
girlfriend.
Live in an apartment, in
Uh-huh.
a 1-bedroom apartment with somebody who strips and does like OnlyFans and like, would you?
It depends on the context of my life. If I need the money, which I don't now, I would probably not. But if I did need the money and it's like, like we can make OnlyFans together, we can, hustle and do blah, 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 then that might be different. But me, as of me right now, nah, hell no.
Okay.
And let me be very clear. I'll fuck a stripper. Like I would go on, dates or whatever, but I wouldn't take her seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, go ahead.
Sorry. So like, I got a question for you then.
Go ahead.
So, with the music industry these days,
Yeah.
we've got a lot of strippers turn rappers and
facts.
So in that, like, let's say for instance, you're in the music industry and you're a rapper, and like that culture, honestly, a lot of strippers get wifed, to be honest, and then they move on and they start like their brands and rap or do whatever. So like, let's say like from that perspective, because those men have an abundance of money typically, depending on their label.
Yeah.
Label. But and they still like wife these strippers. They date them. They take them out. They court. Look at Drake.
Yeah.
You see Drake.
Yeah, but Drake not wifing. He's cheating. Okay, I'll be very clear.
Mentally, Drake is wifing them in every song. Mentally, but has he got a ring yet? Hell nah, because he's Drake.
We getting off topic, but we can go down this road for a second. These guys that you're talking about, they're not even taking women seriously. They taking, they might have a woman beside them, but they're still out and about. They still cheating. They still out fucking other dudes. Even the ones that they say, hey, I'm not, blah blah blah. They definitely are. I'm in it. I'm in industry. I talk to a lot of different people. I can't say names, but majority of guys are definitely still doing what they need to do.
But I feel like they would do that even if they was broke.
True.
So at the end of the
True.
Day,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I feel like for that perspective, like the thing with the stripper, because being a stripper doesn't necessarily mean you have a high body count or anything.
No, that's agree.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
necessarily mean you
But
have
hold
a
on,
high
real
body
quick. When you said the broke thing, as a woman, I think you shouldn't allow a guy to be out here, cheating on you if he's broke. Now, if he's taking care of you financially, and I'm talking about you got everything you could ever imagine, wish for, he's a dope ass dude, etc. But he just steps out every once in a while. Then you have to be a little bit more forgiving on certain things, is all I'm gonna say.
Wait. I was gonna say allow. How am I gonna allow him to do anything? I can't control him when he goes out to the club and happens.
When I mean allow,
like, wait a minute. No. You act like I'm on his back. Like, yeah, you better not look at her ass.
When I say allow, I mean he tells you open and honestly, hey, blah blah blah. I'm about to be, every once in a while I may step out on you, blah blah blah. Will you still stay with that dude? I'm gonna just ask you straight up.
We're in an open relationship. Those are different guidelines.
Oh no, it's open for him, closed for you.
Oh hell no. That's not an open relationship.
That is an open relationship for most guys.
That's you cheating on me.
That's not cheating if we.
No.
Huh? Hold on, get rid of the microphone real quick.
In what world is that okay? If you want your woman to be loyal to you, then you better be loyal to her, or else how is that
I'm about to get into it. No, okay, I said it one more time.
How is that okay for you to cheat?
Okay.
And your girl sit at home while you're out there cheating, and she's supposed to know that you're cheating, and she's supposed to just sit there. First of all, if that were me, right? No, just because of the way that I am, I would not go and cheat back. I would not. So like,
okay, no, real quick. Let me give you a scenario then. Would you be with a guy who's average height? Y'all go out on vacation once a year to 1 week, etc. He treats you decently. He gives you some attention, but he's out there working, etc. He's just an average dude, cool dude. Versus a guy who's taking care of you financially. You don't got to ever worry about finances at all. Y'all travel a lot. Y'all are fun. Y'all exciting, etc. But he steps out, and the other one is more monogamous, and he doesn't step out. Which one would you choose?
I would definitely choose the one that is monogamous. Like, I would never.
More monogamous. I want to be very clear.
No,
yeah.
for example,
more, because he doesn't even have the options to be.
I would.
Go ahead.
It does not. I do not. This is me personally. I do not care how much money you're making. If you are being dishonest with me,
he's being honest.
Okay, I guess not dishonest. Okay, if you are not being loyal to me, while I know that I am being loyal to you, I'm not going for it. Okay. I don't care who you are.
Do you think that men and women show loyalty the same way?
No.
Okay.
But
how does a man show loyalty and how does a woman show loyalty?
So I think okay, I'm not really sure, but I can just speak from my experiences, right? So the way that I show loyalty, I value their opinions on what I do. Now, I don't, okay, the one word has been like irking me this whole time, submissive. So.
Okay, let's pause. Let's pause for a second. I hate and I don't understand why women today dislike that word. It's not a bad thing. Real quick. If you are dating a man, would you more like him to be the leader of the relationship? A leader in a sense of you and guiding you in a sense, or would you like for it to be 50-50, or would you like you to be the leader and he listens to you and tells you?
Definitely not me necessarily be the leader. And
okay.
But also not necessarily, and not 50-50. Okay, not 50-50, and
exactly.
also not for him be necessarily. I feel like there are different things that should be led by the different person.
Okay.
So there are certain things in life that I do agree the man should have more control over.
Okay.
But then there are different things in a relationship where I do definitely think that the woman has more to say about it. And then there are things where it should definitely be more of like, okay, let's sit down and figure out how we both feel about this.
Okay.
So I definitely think it's a good mix.
40-60. And now give her back the microphone real quick. So 40-60, 60 for the guy and 40 for the women, or opposite? Wait. So is it the guy leading 60% and you 40, or how does it?
Well, based off of what you were saying like meet in the middle, and then you were saying like sometime. I'm going off of what she's saying. I don't necessarily think it should be 60-40. I'm really a 50-50 person. I'm only a 50-50 person, one, because I've dated the rich nigga, the rich man.
No, you said rich nigga.
Okay, cool. I dated the rich nigga, and then I've dated we was struggling, y'all. He's on the rich.
Goddamn, okay.
And then I've dated the in-between, and the only reason I say that is because, sad to say, money equals power, and what we're not going to do is that you're going to treat me with respect, I'm going to treat you with respect, and if both parties are equally meeting in the middle, we're going to be respectful of each other until, otherwise, and we have another conversation like being open, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
Because that's different. But outside of that, I'm 50-50. But 60-40 in the sense of, I feel like you were saying like, he should lead, with certain things, but you should also be able to have your opinion and be able to be like, okay, I'm not messing with this. Like, I don't like this, that, and the other. And then you guys should be in the middle in that small little 10% rent.
Yeah,
okay. Hold on, give her back the microphone so she's
I'm not really sure if it would be exactly the whole 60-40 ratio thing. I just think that I don't think that there should, that there is like a set, like, you have this much power, I have this much power.
Okay.
I think that it really should just go off of situation to situation. Like, but there are certain things. Like, for example,
okay, let me actually stop you here really quickly. So for you personally, as a man, would you want your man to initiate the conversation? Like, y'all are at the bar. Would you rather him go up to you or you go up to him? Let's just start with that.
Okay,
so that's when I say leading in a sense. I'm talking about leading the relationship to wherever it's going to go. And for someone to be a leader, right, you have to be submissive.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not calling you naive, but it's naive to think that submissive is a bad word when it's actually not.
No, like I don't think that's like I don't have a problem with the definition of the word. I just feel like there's been so many bad uses of the word submission that just makes me just a little bit.
Okay.
But the actual definition of what it means, no, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't always have to be negative. But to your example of a rich guy that's taking care of you, but also says I'm gonna step out. Okay, no, I would never stay with I would much rather be happy in love with somebody who is 100% with me, treating me right.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh, that will change. Okay.
No, I mean, but I've also I might be 19, but I also had a 5-year relationship. Listen, I'm 19, but I'm a very mature 19.
I got you.
And I cannot foresee that ever changing. Listen, here's the thing. No, I'm not gonna sit there and build a life with somebody who is a deadbeat. No. Mm-hmm. So therefore, I won't. I don't believe that I will find myself in a situation where I am having a long-term or a marriage with a man that cannot provide for.
Got you.
So I will be avoiding that situation, anyways.
Okay.
So the thing is I would much rather. But if I were to fall into a situation like that, I would much rather be with somebody that genuinely makes me happy, that treats me right, than with somebody who can give me Gucci bags. At the end of the day, that's not what's going to make you happy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. got you. I wasn't even trying to explain like that. They both make you happy equally. Just one has more finances and one steps out versus the other one is going to be more monogamous and you can't give you nothing financially. Well, she's got something to say.
It depends what you like. Some people like more than one partner. You know what I'm saying? If you stepping out, I'm stepping out too. We both gonna have fun. You only got one life to live. Life is not a fairy tale sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's one
I
thing
agree.
I've learned, and like I had to like knock that shit out. Like life is not a fairy tale.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. All right, Chris. All right.
My overall thoughts
Yes.
on body count.
Yes.
I respect everyone's opinions. To me, body count matters, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
She's like, fuck it. Everyone else talked it. All right.
Okay, there were 3 things I was supposed to respond to or something.
General consensus on body count. Do you agree that women have to keep their value, and do you agree that men have to create their value?
Well, as I said earlier, I don't think that body count should matter that much. I understand that it matters more to men, but I don't think it should.
Okay.
And I don't think that it should affect their opinion on a woman after they tell you that.
Okay. Would you? Okay. I'm gonna ask the same question I asked her. If a guy comes to you, y'all were talking, etc., and you find out that he cheated on every single girl that he had in the past, would that change the way that you look at that guy?
I'm a give him one chance, and if he fucks that up, then he fucks that up. His chance is over.
Okay, gotcha.
One chance. If like, yeah.
Okay. I got you. No, that's cool. And then what? And you said you agree. No, you. What about women preserving their value?
Preserving their value. I think that get experience. Get experience. Okay. Don't be ashamed of your body count. You hold yourself to your own standards. And
What?
I'm losing my train of thought.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
I'm
it's
just
cool.
tired.
I got you.
Okay, once don't go around on the streets.
Yeah.
Have some respect for yourself. But I wouldn't be guarding your numbers. I wouldn't be like saying, "Oh God, my number's at 5. I need to stop now."
Yeah.
Right? you date people to find who you connect with.
Got you.
And if you guys have sex, you guys have sex. It's part of the journey. It's part of figuring each other out.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
You can't really shame someone for trying to find some people that they really want to match with or that they feel like they match with.
And then they explore that.
But it just takes longer for some. You know? You can't shame them for that.
Okay.
I think that's very unfair to them.
Okay, I like that. Julio, super chats. All right, Brian, thank you for a super chat. I really appreciate it. He says, name one of those stripper rapper relationships that has been successful. I think he's talking about when you brought that up. Hold on, no. We're gonna give her the microphone real quick. Give her the microphone real quick. That's not successful.
You low-key have a point. Like,
They're not successful. He cheats on her all the time.
Thank you. All right, exactly. Yeah.
You said
These
what
are
I
facts.
think successful for them.
Uh-huh.
I think the getting back together. That's what I'm saying. Because they didn't have to do any of that. I was going to say, typically with those relationships, it's like, oh, you cheat on me, fuck you, I'm done with this, whatever. But when I saw them together again, I was like, what the fuck going on?
No, that's just toxic shit.
I
All
was
right. And then what's your Instagrams? We can start on this side. Put my right.
Ariana.good, ARIANNA.GOOD.
All right.
CL.freestyle1998.
All right. Jessica. Oh, give her the microphone.
Jessica.Gregory_.
Okay.
Gypsy Junkie. GYPSYJUNKI.
All right.
Going private.
Oh, you're private. Oh.
I said I'm going private.
Oh. Yeah, maybe after this shit.
So it's Art Twitch, ARTTWITCHXX.
All right.
Gabrielle with 2 L's, AKN.
All right. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you want to follow them, the links will be in the description below as well. Join the Patreon army, and I'm out. Peace.